Emile hummed a cheerful tune as he worked in his cellar. The air was cool and damp, filled with the pungent aroma of aging cheese. He ran a hand over the smooth rind of his latest creation, a masterpiece he called Alpine Symphony. This cheese was his pride and joy. It was made with the richest milk from his sheep, seasoned with herbs picked from the high meadows. Emile was sure it would win the annual cheese competition. The cellar was Emile's sanctuary. Shelves upon shelves were stacked high with wheels of cheese. Each one was unique. Emile treated them like his children. He nurtured them, turned them, and whispered secrets to them as they matured. He believed that cheese, like people, thrived on care and attention. A loud bark startled Emile. Cheddar, his faithful sheepdog, poked his head into the cellar. His tail wagged furiously, begging for attention. Cheddar was Emile's constant companion, his shadow on the mountain paths and his confidant in the quiet of the cellar. "Not now, my friend," Emile chuckled, patting Cheddar's head. "I must finish this batch, then we can go for a walk." Cheddar whined softly, but retreated back up the stairs. He knew better than to disturb Emile when he was in his cheese-making trance. Besides, the scent of the cheese was strong today. Even a dog's sensitive nose needed a break from the powerful aroma. The next morning, a frantic rapping at his door woke Emile. It was Pierre, the village baker, his face pale and distressed. "Emile, it's gone! My sourdough starter, it's been stolen!" Pierre exclaimed, his voice trembling. Emile was shocked. "Stolen? Who would steal sourdough starter?" he asked, bewildered. Pierre's sourdough starter was legendary in their village. It was over 100 years old, passed down through generations of bakers. It was the secret behind Pierre's award-winning bread. "That's what I don't understand," Pierre said, running a hand through his flour-dusted hair. "It's no use to anyone except a baker, and who would want to steal from a baker?" Emile offered Pierre a comforting pat on the shoulder. "Don't worry, Pierre. We'll figure this out. It must be a silly prank." But deep down, a knot of unease twisted in Emile's stomach. It was an odd thing to steal. What good was sourdough starter to anyone but a baker? Could it be that someone was targeting the village's prized culinary creations? The thought was unsettling. News of the theft spread through the village like wildfire. First, it was Pierre's sourdough starter. Then, Madame Dubois, the renowned chocolatier, discovered that her secret recipe book was missing. The usually peaceful village was now buzzing with suspicion and worry. The villagers gathered in the town square, their faces etched with concern. What was happening in their peaceful haven? Thefts were unheard of in these parts. "It's an outrage!" boomed Henri, the blacksmith, his voice echoing across the square. "Someone must know something." Emile listened to the whispers and felt a growing sense of dread. Could there be a connection between these seemingly random thefts? His gaze swept over the crowd, landing on Cheddar, who sat at his feet, unusually quiet. Even Cheddar seemed to sense the unease that had settled over their village. As Emile walked home that evening, a cold wind whistled through the mountains, carrying with it the scent of pine and something else, something unfamiliar. It smelled faintly of thyme, a herb that Emile knew was not native to their side of the mountain. He paused, his senses on high alert. Was it his imagination, or was something strange afoot in the Swiss Alps? Section 4. Emile and Cheddar, a bond unbreakable. Emile and Cheddar were inseparable. They roamed the high meadows together, Cheddar herding the sheep while Emile searched for the perfect alpine herbs to flavor his cheese. They spent their evenings by the fireplace, Emile reading aloud from his well-worn book of cheese-making secrets, Cheddar dozing at his feet. Cheddar was more than just a dog to Emile. He was a confidant, a protector, and a furry embodiment of loyalty. He trusted Cheddar with his life and with the secrets of his cheese-making. Cheddar in return showered Emile with unconditional love and the unwavering devotion that only a dog could provide. One evening, as Emile sat by the fireplace, Cheddar suddenly perked up, his ears pricked, a low growl rumbling in his chest. "What is it, boy?" Emile asked, sensing Cheddar's unease. Cheddar got up and walked to the door, whining softly, his eyes fixed on the darkness beyond. Emile had never seen Cheddar behave like this before. He knew his dog. Something was wrong. Could the thefts in the village and Cheddar's strange behavior be connected? Section 5. The Empty Kennel. The following morning, Emile woke to a chilling silence. Cheddar, who usually greeted him with enthusiastic barks and a wagging tail, was nowhere to be found. Emile searched the house, his heart pounding in his chest. He raced to the sheep pen, but Cheddar wasn't there either. Panic surged through Emile as he rushed to Cheddar's kennel. It was empty, but something else caught his eye. A single sprig of thyme lay discarded on the ground near the kennel. Emile recognized the herb instantly. It was the same scent he had smelled in the wind the other night, the scent that was not native to their side of the mountain. Suddenly it dawned on him. Cheddar hadn't just wandered off, he had been taken. And the thyme, the out-of-place herb, was a clue. Whoever was behind the thefts in the village had taken Cheddar, and they had left a trail. Emile knew what he had to do. He would find Cheddar, and he would bring him home.